Hey everyone, I am 31 weeks and 1 day pregnant today, and I don't know if you can tell by the frizz, but the weather here in London has been unbelievable the past couple of days. We've been hit by a really kind of freakish and uncharacteristic heat wave. It is about 90 degrees and 84% humidity today, and is completely overcast, and that's because the humidity is making everything gather, and the weather is supposed to break tonight in an epic thunderstorm, and that I'm really looking forward to, because I love thunderstorms, and it also means that this heat wave will probably be past after that. Yesterday it was really sunny and really hot and humid, and I ended up going out and overdoing it a bit, because really wonderfully, a friend of mine paid a surprise visit with balloons and homemade cupcakes and a card and a gift, just randomly, to come see me, and it was really sweet and thoughtful, and we ended up taking a walk to a local pub, which is about 30 to 40 minutes uphill, and it's challenging in hot weather even when you're not pregnant, and we walked there and back, and I was totally zapped. So I've been exhausted today because of that. And it was so hot last night, too. I don't think it really got under 80 degrees Fahrenheit last night. My husband and I had to sleep downstairs, just where we are now. It's like a media room. You can see our DVDs and stuff. Yeah, so neither of us slept well last night. And, my husband called me from work, and he said most of his coworkers were up last night unable to sleep because of the heat. Excuse me. So, excuse me again. Hopefully, it'll be past after this storm that we're supposed to get. So yeah, I'm tired. I napped today. I napped yesterday as well. It's just a mixture of the heat and not sleeping well. Other than that, I'm doing fine. I was supposed to have a midwife appointment today, but all of the midwives in the group practice with which I'm registered, they were all unavailable today. The ones that were not at home sleeping because they were up all night with women in labor were with women in labor during the day. So I'm actually going to go into the clinic tomorrow to be seen, which will be my first time going in. All the midwives have all made house calls so far. So that's good. Talking with family. My mom is starting to prepare to come out here, and if you're a new subscriber, my grandmother, my 82-year-old grandmother, has been wanting to make the trip from Los Angeles to London after I have the baby, and she's starting to get cold feet about it and worrying about her health, and I really don't blame her. I never ever would have expected her to make an 11-hour plane journey, especially with the jet lag and health problems. It was amazing that she wants to come, and she still might be able to, but she's getting nervous, so she's going to talk to her doctor about it more. I spent a long time on the phone with her today, just trying to reassure her that, no one wants to force her to do anything with which she's not comfortable, and, my husband and I are planning to go out to LA in December to see her and the rest of my side of the family, so whatever happens, it'll be cool. Symptoms-wise, I've had a lot of trouble this week with dizziness and fainting spells. I had a really, really bad fainting spell a few days ago. It's probably the worst one I've ever had. I was prone to fainting before I was pregnant, because I naturally have low blood pressure. But yeah, this was on a whole other level. I was just sitting at home on the sofa relaxing, and my husband was at home because he had a day off, and I started feeling really, really nauseated, and I was quite convinced that I was going to be sick. So I got up and I went to the bathroom, and my stomach, sorry if this is TMI, but my bowels were getting really sensitive, and I felt like I I didn't know what I was going to do, so I was, again, TMI, I was on the toilet and, hoping that I could, lurch forward to the sink if I was going to vomit. And then I started getting telltale signs of fainting. My hearing started to go, my vision was graying, and I was, covered in a cold sweat, so I was like, I have to get out of the bathroom while I still can. So I just, got up, yanked up, my pajamas and, launched myself at the sofa, and the next thing I knew, my husband was leaning over me and taking my heart rate, taking my pulse, which was at about 90 beats per minute, which is the maximum healthy level. I'd had a fainting spell in LA in March where my heart rate went up to 97 beats per minute. And it's normal for women's heart rate to go up a bit when they're pregnant because of the increased blood flow and the enlarged heart and your body working harder, but it was still pretty high. And apparently I was out for about 2 or 3 minutes, and that's a long time, and for the past couple days since then I've been getting, small dizzy spells and feeling faint here and there, and it's starting to worry me a little bit, and I'm pretty sure it's just my low blood pressure, but it's something I'm going to talk about with the midwife tomorrow. This whole pregnancy, my blood pressure has hovered around 100/60. I think the lowest it got was 98/55. Again, I have low blood pressure naturally, and also when you're pregnant, the progesterone makes your blood pressure go down. But, hopefully it's not anything sinister, and it's just, enlarged blood vessels and my low blood pressure. Other than that, sleeping is starting to get hard for me. I'd been sleeping fairly well up until recently, really well actually, but now, I can't really sleep for more than a couple hours at a time without waking up, either to have to go pee, or because my back or my hips hurt and I have to change position. So I think my days of solid night sleeping are over, which is fine, because I feel like I made it pretty far sleeping well in this pregnancy, so I'm not really complaining. I just am thankful that I don't have a day job right now, and that I can, spend my time taking care of myself, and that I only have one client. Sorry, there's a fly in here. I've got the windows open all day because of the weather. And I only have one client. I'm going on call at the end of this week on the 30th. She's due to give birth on the 7th of July, which is the day before my husband's birthday, and it's her second kid, but she's a VBAC. She had a C-section before. I'm hoping she goes a little bit early, because the earlier she goes, the less pregnant I am, and the more energy I'll have to be at her disposal as her doula. So yeah, fingers crossed that she goes soon. She's full term now, so whenever is good. What else is going on? It's about 7:15 in the evening now. The weather's still really gross. I'm hoping it cools off soon. It's one of those days where even though it's been overcast, it's been really, really bright, because the clouds all accumulated from a haze of humidity rather than coming in from elsewhere. I think I'm going to dye my hair soon. This is pretty much my natural, this is my natural color, with the exception of a little bit of remnants of the purple in here. See my roots. My hair comes in a pretty standard shade of brown, but if I leave it natural indefinitely, it actually goes to a honey blonde. I should find pictures of me when I was younger before I started dyeing my hair. It usually surprises people because I dye my hair so dark, but yeah. I got my mom's color hair. She has a very, very dark caramel honey blonde as well that initially comes in as brown. My dad has black hair. And I got my dad's hair quality, the wavy hair, but my mom's hair color. My mom has straight hair. I'm wondering what this baby will have. My husband's hair is pretty much straight. It has a very, very small wave to it. And he was blonde as a kid, like very, very light blonde, and then almost a red, and then his hair darkened to brown. So we'll see. But yeah, I think I'm going to dye my hair. I got a new box of a purple dye that I really, really love. That's one thing I love about Europe, is that you can actually get boxed dyes here, like Feria and Schwarzkopf and L'Oreal, that are in funky colors like blue and purple and fire engine red. So I might do that. I've only dyed my hair once this pregnancy, technically twice. The first time was a couple days before I tested and got a positive. Excuse me. So I suspected I was pregnant, but I wasn't sure. And then I dyed my hair in February, I think. But other than that, I haven't. I've just let it go. Excuse me again, I keep hiccuping. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that, though I have been having the urge to just leave it natural, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of my brown, and I don't ever get enough sun exposure anymore for it to turn it's blonde, partially because I don't like being out in the sun, and also because I live in the UK. So I'm waffling, and I'm at 11 minutes and 30 seconds. I don't know if there's much else to report on. My husband and I are planning on taking another mini baby moon just after his birthday at the end of July. After we had our legal wedding ceremony, we went down to Brighton and stayed at the Grand de Vere, which is a really famous hotel in Brighton, and we've stayed there a couple times, and he has some time off at the end of July, so I think we're going to go spend a few nights there. That's kind of like our last time to be away, just the two of us, before the baby comes. I mean, obviously we'll have time alone, again in the future, but not without being parents. So yeah, and again, I said legal ceremony. If you're new, I'm American, my husband is English, so we had two weddings. We had one here, which was a small legal civil ceremony, and then last summer we had a big spiritual ceremony in Los Angeles with a lot of family and friends. And we haven't really gotten to take a proper honeymoon. We're hoping to do that at some point in the next couple of years. We'll probably end up doing that when the kid's old enough to be away from us for a week or two, and without us feeling like terrible parents, and and he's a little less dependent. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. Just tired, and it's been 2 days of hot weather, and I'm already ready for the summer to be over. So yeah, I think I might do a couple of tag videos here pretty soon. I don't know if I'll do them today or if I'll wait until I have more energy, but I want to do the Trail of Kindness tag and the 25 random questions tag. Other than that, yeah, and congratulations to Katie and Mike Katulka. I'm pretty sure you've probably had your baby by now, and yeah, I hope everything went well, and I can't wait to hear how all three of you are doing, and I'm so glad that your mom got there in time. So yeah, I will talk to you guys for the tag videos, and then for week 32. Bye. And no, I've not forgotten bump pictures. I'll put them at the end now.